Buccaneers. As you take a look at the NFC playoff picture, the Dallas Cowboys would love to be at least one column further to the left, if not all the way to the left. And had they beaten the Giants last Sunday night, that is where they'd be. We welcome you, everybody. Brad Nussler along with Mike Mayock. And the Cowboys know that. Had they taken care of business, partner, in the last 5 minutes, they wouldn't be in the situation they're in. But if they win out, they're going to win the division. They have to start that here tonight. And most of the Cowboys said to us, hey, we're in first place.
Tampa Bay tonight, Philadelphia next week. Now, remember, Philly whacked them earlier in the season 34-7, and Philadelphia is a very dangerous team. Now, when I look at this Cowboys team, it's not about the 2 missed field goals everybody wants to talk about. What it is about, if they want to be relevant deep into the playoffs, taking care of business on the back end defensively. Too many chunk plays as a result of busted assignments. We talked to Rob Ryan last night. He said, hey, we're going to scale back mentally so we can play fast and smart.
They want to get some turnovers. That's been a problem for the Tampa Bay Bucs this year. After a great season for Josh Freeman last year, it hasn't been great this year. He's thrown 18 interceptions.
Yeah, and this is a team that's built to play small ball. So you start with LeGarrette Blount, 247-pounder who leads the league in fumbles lost. He's got to take care of the football. And then the quarterback. This is a talented kid that has not played anywhere near as well as a year ago. 18 interceptions. They have to put Josh Freeman in manageable third down situations.
Well, the Bucs have lost 7 straight after a 10-win season last year, and we usually talk about the heat in Tampa. It's the temperature. There's some heat on the organization right now, too. Alex has more on that.
Absolutely, Brad. Raheem Morris is his job security, the subject of an awful lot of speculation here in Tampa Bay. It's very unlikely that he would be fired in season, so that gives this team 3 weeks to really show what they're made of. Tight end Kellen Winslow saying that he is playing tonight to protect his head coach's job, to keep this team together, to keep these young players and coaching staff rolling into the future. We're about ready to see how much fight they have left in them, Brad.
And they talked openly about the fact that they're playing for their coach. They hope there's fireworks tonight to snap the long losing skid. Tampa Bay won the toss. They will receive. Jason Garrett, a little bit of heat on him, too. There always is if you're the coach of the Dallas Cowboys. And that's Preston Parker back deep, awaiting Dan Bailey's kick. As we conclude a busy week on NFL Network, our second game in 2 days. Here we go. Parker from 2 yards deep. And he got whacked before he got to the 20-yard line. Alex Albright on the special teams makes the hit. So out comes Josh Freeman. All 6'6", 250 pounds of it. But those numbers, as Mike and I talked about, quite a reversal from last year when he had 25 touchdowns and only 6 interceptions.
I think it's important to remember, Brad, throughout the evening, he's 23 years old. There's a bunch of kids that are going to get drafted at the quarterback position this year in the NFL draft that are already older than him, and he's been a 3-year starter.
LeGarrette Blount, the tailback in the eye, the first snap for Tampa Bay from the 19. And he gets the call, wrapping both hands around that football as he goes out close to the 22-yard line. Had a couple of fumbles last week. That's been a problem for Blount. Here's the guys that he runs behind. Trueblood and Joseph Fain, the 9th-year center. And on the other side, Zutab and Donald Penn, who's had a good season except last week. Kellen Winslow, one of the favorite targets. Mike Williams. Desmond Briscoe gets to start with Aurelius Ben out tonight. Lorg is the fullback and Blount the tailback. On 2nd down and 7. Looking at DeMarcus Ware on that corner in his track stance already. And they'll run his way. And they cut inside him, and Ware made the tackle. As they got out 2 more yards, they'll bring up a 3rd down against the Dallas defense. It's a very talented one up front. Hatcher and Ratliff. Kenyon Coleman, DeMarcus Ware, 15 sacks coming in. Sean Lee's had a brilliant middle linebacker campaign this season with Brady James. Spencer, the other linebacker, the back end. Jenkins and Newman on the corners. And Elam and Sensabaugh, the safeties. 3 receivers set here for Josh Freeman on the first 3rd down of the ball game. 3rd and 5, Tampa Bay.
3rd and manageable, as we talked about right here. This is where Freeman has to be money tonight.
The bunch group to the right of Freeman. He's looking that way. The pressure's coming. He runs through the pressure and through the secondary. And he's still going. almost to midfield. 25 yards for Freeman, and that lights up the crowd.
Exactly what Raheem Morris, offensive coordinator Greg Olson, everybody connected with this franchise talked about. He's so gifted athletically, he's got to step up, and he's got to use his feet to help them make plays. 3rd and 5 at 250-some pounds. This kid is an athlete. Tuck the football away, and now you've extended a drive. You've kept Tony Romo on the sideline.
All the way out to the 49-yard line. Play action for Freeman. Loads and now has to reload and run again. And a good game, but the ball is out of the end.
Oh, boy.
Cowboys might have it. They do. Brady James with a fumble recovery as Freeman dropped it as he was going down at the end of the scramble. So a big play by the quarterback, but a bigger play by Anthony Spencer to force the fumble. Thursday Night Football Special Edition is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. And by Jaguar. See the new model year lineup at jaguarusa.com. Cowboys take over on a fumble recovery at the end of Josh Freeman's scramble. He had one good one. This one wasn't as good, Mike.
Yeah, Anthony Spencer from behind with definitely trying to strip and rip, which he does. Rob Ryan does as good a job as coaching that as anybody. What did Rob tell us last night? They were going to get after LeGarrette Blount, but it's the same principle with anybody, especially a quarterback not used to being downfield.
After 7 turnovers last week in the loss to Jacksonville, there's the first one after they've moved into Cowboy territory. Tony Romo's going to throw a screen back to Felix Jones. Jones all the way down to the 41. Offensively for the Dallas Cowboys. As we take a look at their lineup, there's their #1 draft choice, Smith. Costa at center. The other side is Montre Holland and Doug Free. The All-Pro Jason Witten, the tight end, along with Miles Austin and Des Bryant at the wideouts. Fiumetta, the fullback, and Felix Jones, the tailback, with DeMarco Murray out last week with a broken ankle and out for the season. Quick slant, Des Bryant. Almost got loose. Talib brought him down, but it's a pickup of 16.
And that's it. What we're going to see all night long. Aqib Talib, their best cover guy, on Des Bryant.
They get the first down at the 26-yard line. Trying to take advantage of the fumble recovery on their opening march. Toss to Jones. Fullback in front of it. Got through the first wave. Got inside the 20. And he picks up 9.
Tyron Smith, the right tackle, their first-round pick, was one of the most gifted young linemen in the league. Watch him pull out. Tight end Bennett sets the edge. Now the big fella comes out, picks up a linebacker on the move, pushes him out. And Felix Jones, who had 22 touches last week in a very effective role, they've got to be able to make sure they don't overwork him, Brad.
A second and a yard. And Jones has got the first down, and he's got more. Down to the 10, it's going to be 1st and goal. Tough run.
Yeah, and Kyle Kozar, the right guard, did an excellent job getting up into the hole. He made Adrian Claiborne miss. And here's my take on Felix Jones. And remember back to Arkansas.
Right.
He's in the backfield with who? McFadden and Peyton Hillis.
Yeah, pretty good, huh?
He always had a back split the load with him. He's not a primary guy that can handle 20 to 25 touches a game, or he will break down.
Witten, the motion man, one of 3 tight ends on the field. On 1st and goal, Romo throws on the run, and the ball is out at the end, but it was a completion to Felix Jones. Geno Hayes knocked it out of there, and it brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, I think Tony wanted to go to the corner of the end zone, but checked it down, and Geno Hayes, who's one of the quicker outside linebackers in football, nice job on the strip. Perfectly thrown football. 1 step, 2 step, has control. Definitely a fumble, but it goes out of bounds. Good job by Geno Hayes.
Des Bryant down to the bottom of your screen. Austin to the top on 2nd and goal. Tony Romo changing things up. they'll keep it on the ground, and they'll go down at the line of scrimmage. Jones, no gain, 3rd and goal.
Good job by the linebacker, Geno Hayes. Once again, he attacked the fullback and blew that play up. Really good job.
Tampa Bay's allowed 18 touchdown drives, long ones this year. 7th play of this drive, and it's 3rd and goal.
Kind of important for a young defense here, Brad. You know, they're one of the worst defenses in the league, number 31 in points allowed. Be huge after a turnover to hold this team to a field goal.
Tony Romo in the gun from the 8-yard line, 3rd and goal. Witten in motion. Romo scans the field, has plenty of time, and now running out of time. And throws into the end zone. Is it intercepted or caught? I don't see a signal, do you?
I think the refs are as confused as we are. If it's Miles Austin, I'm betting on him.
If it's Miles Austin, it's a touchdown.
This is entirely too much time to give Tony Romo. Let's see what happens. They're fighting all the way through. He certainly ends up with the football. The question is, where does he get control of it? In the end zone where he starts, right there, he's still fighting for the football. There's no control, I don't think, until it's somewhere in between the goal line and the 1 yard. We got a pretty good football game here, folks.
We got a review going on, too. We'll be right back. The call on the field was touchdown on the throw from Tony Romo to Austin.
After here, the ruling on the field stands. Touchdown.
And there you have it.
I don't see that again. I don't think he had full possession until now. The ball's clearly in the end zone at this point. Sean Jones is fighting for it. I don't think Austin has control until right then. And we have a different angle, like right here. Watch he and Jones fight for the football. They're still fighting. They're still fighting. He doesn't have it yet. He still doesn't have it yet. Now he has it. I disagree with that call.
The field judge is the guy that signaled touchdown on the field. It holds up, and Bailey's extra point makes it 7-0 Cowboys. Remember, Josh Freeman's fumble scooped up by Dallas, and then Tony Romo, his 27th touchdown pass of the year. On NFL Network. Tony Romo with his head coach peering over his shoulder after throwing a touchdown pass to Miles Austin. Controversial touchdown pass maybe, but nonetheless 7-0 to cap a 56-yard drive in 7 plays following the fumble recovery. Bailey Parker's going to take this one about 7 yards deep and take a knee. Let's take you back to that touchdown play, and I agree with you, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, despite what happened at the end of the play, the key is a veteran quarterback taking his time and not panicking against a 3-man rush. They're dropping 8. Look at him. He runs into his Montre Holland, steps up, makes a throw. That's a veteran quarterback that understands with a 3-man rush, you can take your time, allow your guys to uncover, and I give Romo a ton of credit because I think he's playing at a higher level since that Detroit game than most people give him credit for.
He really had to fire that one to tuck it in there for the touchdown. He was 4 for 4 on the drive. Now Freeman, see if he can bounce back from the fumble. Blunt stops in the hole, goes the other way, and he's still going the other way. That's what he does so well, yards after contact. That's part of the problem with his fumbling, too, is he takes so many guys and carries them with him.
He's got 5 fumbles on the year, lost 3, more than any other running back in the league, but you're exactly right, Brad. Watch him drop the pad level and go. At this point, his legs are churning, and every Dallas Cowboy is trying to pull the football away from him. So it cuts both ways when you keep those legs moving like that.
And he's well aware of it. He talked about it this week. He said, I know they're trying to stand me up when I'm trying to drag him, and everybody else is trying to rip it out of there, as Sean Lee's trying to do right now. And Lee gets him down before he got to the first down marker, a yard shy. This guy's had a whale of a season at linebacker.
And you know, where is the second man in? And exactly what you just talked about, Brad. Since he's the second man in, he is trying to rip the football away. Bottom of your screen, he gets off True Blood, number 94. Right there. Look what he's stripping, pulling. That's what they're coached to do. Rob Ryan has been all over them, that if they keep doing that for 4 quarters, they're going to win the turnover battle.
2 tight ends set on 3rd down and 1. Kellen Winslow in motion. And Blunt's hit in the backfield. He's not going to get there thanks to Marcus Spears.
And he beats Jeremy Trueblood, the right tackle. If you're going to run this play, the right tackle can't get beat across his face. Watch right here. He gets beat across his face. And right there's the penetration. The good hit by Marcus Spears, forcing the 4th down. And Jeremy Trueblood has to know the only place you can't lose is inside.
Michael Kanan, you look behind him, the Tampa punter. First punt of the ball game. Des Bryant. He's back deep. And he'll take it at the 23. Couple steps back. And now heading to the near side. Got a block. And out of bounds as he's dragged out at about the 31-yard line. In Tampa, the Cowboys have a touchdown lead and the football back when we return. He's already got a touchdown pass here in the first quarter and looking for more on first down. And drops.
Wow. Catch football, huh?
Yeah, Miles Austin made the tough catch at the goal line and had one there, and he knows it.
Miles Austin is a guy right here in the slot. Watch him work up the field and then back away from the defensive back. Love the way he works back away. That's a veteran move. He does everything right, moving away from Tenari Jackson, except catch the football.
He looked it in, too. It just didn't stay in.
Got press man coverage on both edges with a single high safety.
Draw play inside Jones. That's going nowhere. The Cowboys 7-6, and Tony talked with us about how close it can be. A couple plays here and there, and it's not a 7-6 record.
These 2 games have come down to a kick. You know, it's as simple as that. You know, if sometimes we make a kick or don't, you can win or lose the game. If we get one stop, a guy catches a pass, a guy throws it here, one tackle, whatever. I mean, it can come down to that. So, you know, sometimes we want to make it bigger than what it is.
Well, a couple plays here and there, and it might not be a 7-6 record. Right now, they're facing 3rd down and 10.
2 deep safeties.
Romo steps up in the pocket and throws complete on the run to Witten. Wow.
Yep.
Big play on 3rd and long, and they get 28 out of it.
And this is Romo extending the play and giving Witten time to beat Rondé Barber. Now he's in the slot and he's going to come across. Watch the quarterback Romo feel pressure, step up inside Bennett, keep the play alive, and a perfectly thrown ball on the run against pretty good coverage.
65th catch of the year by the All-Pro tight end. And a first down at the Bucs 41-yard line. Jones going to make a counter out of this on his own, dancing through the hole and down to the 38 as we check in with Alex.
Well, Brad, we're seeing 2 teams tonight who have both faced a fair amount of adversity. Tony Romo saying you can grow up an awful lot in one football season. Mike, you alluded to the Detroit game. You feel like Tony Romo has played better since then. Remember what he told us yesterday? He's not letting other people's mistakes become mine. He was trying to make up for other people's mistakes he felt prior to that game. After that game, he's not letting that happen to him anymore.
You know, what I see on tape, Alex, and what he said is he's not willing to compound mistakes anymore. And if a receiver runs the wrong route, throw it away. Don't try and make it right that play.
Fires near side, caught. First down inside the 30. Ron Robinson on that one. And Tony told us also, I'm trying to keep a calm mind. I like the way he explained that. I don't ever have a calm mind, so I appreciate someone that does.
And this kid's really stepped it up. Robinson, he's been cut by 4 teams. It's really good coverage. Now, did you see where the throw was, Brad? Away from the defensive back, Anthony Gator, on the sideline, allowing him to use his length and his body away from Anthony Gator.
Started his career with the Falcons for a couple of years, and 2 years with the Rams, and now 47 catches here for the Cowboys. Here's a toss sweep to Jones. And Rondé Barber, as he's done for 15 years, with a solid tackle.
Yeah, you know, this is one of the most impressive men and football players I've met. It was fun talking to him yesterday. 15 years, still throwing the body. Look, he sees it, he trusts it, he beats Fiametta. and makes the tackle. There aren't a whole lot of corners that will throw their body around like you see a 15-year veteran at age 36 beating a fullback and making the tackle. Love the fact that the helmet's right in the midsection. Beautiful tackle.
Sammy Morris in the Dallas backfield for the first time, and he's going to get a swing pass out in the flats. And Morris, who wasn't even playing football a couple of weeks ago, picked up after DeMarco Murray broke his ankle, and he gets his hands on it here in the first quarter.
And that's an attitude play right there by a new player. He runs over Elbert Mack, and what he's trying to do is announce to his teammates, I belong. I want to be one of you guys.
Defense, 12 men on the field. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Too many guys out there for Tampa Bay.
Yeah, there was one nowhere near Sammy Morris.
They have over 200 yards in penalty yardage more than their opponents this year. And that'll make a young head coach like Raheem Morris make that face that he just made.
Brad, this is two of the worst penalized teams in the National Football League, and it's not just Tampa. Every Cowboy coach and player we talk to, look at that. Dallas, 28th in the league. Tampa, 30th in the league. You implode internally when you give away yards.
With the walk-off on the penalty, the ball at the 24. And it's a draw play to Morris. And Morris with fresh legs inside the 10. Looks like a pretty good pickup, doesn't he?
Yeah, a little burst there, fresh legs. Fiametta got the block he needed to get that time against Mason Foster. Watch him get up in the hole here. This is the block he needed to get the last time, because Mason Foster chose a side. It was easy for Morris to make his cut and get up the field.
And now the handoff inside again. It'll be second and goal inside the 8 for Morris. And Jason Garrett told us yesterday, you know, I know Sammy, that's why we picked him up. We had him for a time when I was an assistant at Dallas, Miami.
Yep.
And he said, I just trust him. He picks up the system quick. He said he's going to get some touches. I don't know if he knew he was going to get some touches this early in the ball game.
But he has to, because Felix Jones can't carry that load. And there's another, you know, Clinton Portis was out there, Tiki Barber, Larry Johnson. You hit it on the head, Brad. It's the familiarity with the coach and the player.
9th play of the Dallas drive. Second down and goal. They're going to hand it off to Jones. He weaves his way down to the 3, maybe even closer. Sean Jones made sure he didn't get to the end zone.
Good job by Witten on the edge.
10th play coming up. It's covered 66 yards in 5.5 minutes. And with a touchdown lead, Cowboys knocking on the Bucs' door again.
Yeah, and Raheem Morris knows his young team can't get down early in a game like this. You're already down 7. You got to make a play.
Des Bryant and Austin to the right. LaRon Robinson up to the top of your screen. We got contact on Adrian Claiborne.
Offense, number 82. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
Jason Witten with a false start.
Don't see that too often out of the 9-year veteran out of Tennessee, one of the most complete tight ends in football. Now, if you're Tampa Bay, that gives you a shot. Third down, same yard line as that last touchdown, 8-yard line. You have to make a play here. This is a young team that went 10-6 last year, struggling this year.
They got some late pressure on Tony Romo the last time they were in this situation, but he still found Austin at the goal line.
Empty set. Hainsworth is not sure where to go. 4-man pressure. They're going to drop 7.
Third and goal. Romo fires to the end zone. Wide open. Touchdown, Des Bryant.
And that was a quarterback again making a play. Felt the pressure inside, rolled out. Got his young wide receiver to follow his eyes and throw him open. That's what coaches call it these days. Throw him open.
Well, he was definitely open. And even though it was a little bit of a juggle act at the end, for him, his 9th touchdown catch of the year. Bailey in for the point after. 10 plays, 69 yards. The last 8. Tony Romo to Des Bryant. Cowboys 14-0. 14-0 Dallas. Our aerial coverage tonight presented by Southwest Airlines, and it is a gorgeous night in Tampa. If you're watching someplace where it's cold, wish you were here with us. There's a happy quarterback and coach because of the start they had. They have controlled the entire first quarter. Bailey's kickoff deep again and again will not be returned by Preston Parker. Now at the end of the play, sometimes use your eyes or use your head. Dez did a little bit of both. Hit him right in the face mask. And then, as you would say, elbows together. Do a little juggling act. Hot potato, got it.
I would tell you one more thing. The Tampa guys kind of gave up when they saw him wide open.
Yeah.
And if they keep flying to the football, you got a chance to strip them. That's what I would say. After elbows together.
The Bucs have not thrown a pass yet. I think they're going to have to pretty soon.
And this has been a microcosm of their season. They get down and they want to play small ball, then they got to start throwing the football.
There's the first throw, and Stocker got whacked as soon as he caught it by Mike Jenkins, who stood him up and ran him out of bounds. As the first quarter is coming to a close. Cowboys knowing what they have to do. Win on the road, win 2 more, then win the division. Well, first 15 minutes, they have owned Tampa Bay. Cowboys on the road, end of 1, leading by 2 touchdowns. I don't think I could have said it with that kind of wow factor, but we welcome you to the second quarter of our special edition Thursday night on Saturday night here from Tampa. Brad Nessler, Mike Mayock, Alex Flanagan as we start the second quarter. Blunt going to be short of the first down, but he got about 4. Kenyon Coleman was in there to make the tackle. Tampa Bay started off gangbusters, really. They beat a couple of good teams, Atlanta and New Orleans. They started off 4-2. Then they went to London. They probably wish they'd stayed there because they've lost 7 straight. And now they find themselves in the predicament of having to defend their head coach. And a 4-9 mark, trying to snap a losing skid against a team that needs to win to keep their playoff hopes alive.
Remember, 3rd and 1 last time. They didn't get it. They've got to pick up a key 3rd down.
3rd and a couple. All 4 receivers in tight. Freeman scanning the field, running out of time. And now he's just got to get rid of it. Boy, must have been good coverage by the Dallas secondary because he had plenty of time.
Just a vanilla 4-man rush. Eventually Jason Hatcher's going to get to him, but you've got to win in the secondary. It's 4 men, 5-on-4. Look at the time he has. Scans right, comes left. Here comes Hatcher. Time to get rid of the football. Somebody's got to win in the secondary, and right now they don't have wide receivers doing that.
Kanan to punt. Second straight 3 and out for the Bucs. Des Bryant has to backpedal all the way to the 15. And steps out of bounds at the 23. About an 8-yard return of a 57-yard punt. Cowboys special edition Thursday night football leading by 2 touchdowns. As long as the Bucs, they scored on 56 and 69-yard drives. And now here early in the second quarter, they've got it back at their own 23-yard line. They fake the stretch play action for Romo. Throws back to his safety valve, Bennett, the tight end, and he's wrestled down as he got to the 26-yard line. 2 big plays so far in this game, Mike, and they've led to 14 points.
In this league, there's a fine line between winning and losing. The first drive, doing what you want, his second scramble, but he doesn't protect the football. Turnover leads to a touchdown. Your right tackle gets beat inside. 3rd and 1, less than 1. Penetration kills you. Punt the football. All of a sudden, it's 14-0. Little things add up in this league, and right now, Tampa Bay's not good enough to take care of business.
And offensively, Tony Romo's hit 6 different receivers. Draw play this time to Jones. And Jones still battling. Didn't get much out of it, a couple of yards. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Last week, Jones came in when Their very talented tailback, DeMarco Murray, went down at 16 carries for 106 yards. That's over 6 yards a carry. Another 6 receptions for 31. That's a heavy load for him. 22 touches, too much.
DeMarco Murray, tough break for a kid that was playing lights out from week 7 until last week when he got hurt. He was the most productive back in the NFL. So we wish him well on his rehab, and Cowboys will miss him without a doubt. Sammy Morris, who came in, signed as a free agent in the backfield with Romo right now here on 3rd and 5. Throw across the middle is complete to Austin. He's got the first down as he's run out over the 35 to the 36-yard line.
They went with 2 high safeties, double covering the outside guys. So now you got to win inside because of the 2 high up here. And what do? You go to Miles Austin. He's got one-on-one, little whip route, works inside and then back out. I think Austin's one of the best route runners in the league. And then once he gets the football in his hands, he's so darn strong. He's one of the best run after catch guys.
And after dropping that one, Tony goes right back to him. And you saw that when he just snatched that one. There was never a doubt. A first down at the 36. Bucks thinking about a blitz.
A-gap pressure.
They're going to come with it. Romo in trouble. Just got to get rid of this one, although he did aim it out there for Morris.
They get pressure with safety Sean Jones right up the middle, and that's fine. Get rid of the football.
Another look at Tony rolling out, knowing that the heat is at hand. And then having a guy in the area just getting rid of it. Brings up 2nd down and 10. Felix Jones back in. Austin is the motion man. Jones trying to follow his blockers, but there's not much there. Good job by the Bucs defense that time to close the door and get some guys around the football. Mason Foster and Sean Jones, 2 of them.
Had a conversation, Brad, on the field before the game with Miles Austin. He was just talking about him plucking the football. And first I wanted to know about his hamstring, which he said is fine. But more importantly, it was kind of cool listening to him talk about Dez Bryant, who was a first-round pick with all that fanfare, versus him at Monmouth College. And I said there were 32 teams at Dez's pro day. He looked at me, he goes, Mike, there was 1 at mine.
He's doing just fine now.
It only takes 1 is what I told him.
Yeah. Perfect on their 3rd down conversions. They'll have to earn this one, though. 3rd down and 10. Romo, that one almost caught the 2nd time by Witten. It went through the hands of Austin, and Witten on the back end almost caught the deflection. So the Cowboys will have to give it up for the first time.
That time he was working on Anthony Gator, and the ball was thrown just a little bit uncharacteristically high. Romo's a pretty accurate passer, completing over 65% of his passes, and then Witten on the back end, not expecting it.
Tony just sort of soared that one. McBriar to punt. Spurlock going the wrong direction. Alex Albright, 2nd tackle on special teams for Dallas. 14-0 Cowboys, but the Bucs have got the ball back. In Dallas-Fort Worth or WTTA, My TV, Channel 38 here in Tampa. Tonight's game, just a small part of our NFL coverage. Every Sunday, we've got wall-to-wall coverage of the game starting at 9 a.m. with the NFL Game Day morning. And we get to the Super Bowl. NFL Network will have over 100 hours of coverage from Indianapolis. And we're excited about the possibility of more Thursday night games next season. So for Time Warner Cable and Bright House customers who want NFL Network, NFL is carried by DirecTV, Dish, AT&T, UVerse, Verizon, Fios, and hundreds of other distributors. Glad you're with us tonight, though, from Tampa, where the Bucs have got to dig themselves out of a little bit of a hole here with 10:31 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Look out, Josh Freeman. Good.
There he is.
Rush by to Marcus Ware. There's sack number 16.
Working on Donald Penn, who had a bad week last week against Mincy. And if you think Mincy was good, wait till you get a hold of this guy. You got to get back. There's the kick slide, the dip, the rip, the strip. It gets no better. 16th sack of the season. I looked him right in the eye last night and said, I played with a guy named Lawrence Taylor, and your get-off and quickness is the closest thing I've seen to him.
That was fast. And a loss of 6. Freeman He's going to go down again.
See, this is why they play small ball in here in Tampa. They want to run the football. They can't protect their quarterback. They're going to bring Skandrick off the slot right here. It's a blitz. They're not going to hold up. Here comes linebackers inside. Brady James, step up, protect the football. Skandrick gets a piece. Brooking finishes it.
Keith Brooking, the old veteran, still playing tough. And now it's third down and a whole bunch. Not the situation the Bucs wanted to get themselves in after finally forcing the Cowboys to punt. 3rd and 20. Freeman screen pass to Lumpkin. Greg Lumpkin got back around the original line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Flags fly at the end of the play.
Yeah. Don't be standing around piles at the end. Keep your head on a swivel because people are flying on a screen pass.
Pass interference. Offense number 19. Penalties decline. 4th down.
Offensive pass interference on Mike Williams. So another costly penalty. Although declined, and it'll force the Tampa Bay punt. 3rd straight 3 and out now for the Buccaneers. Des Bryant backpedals, waiting on the punt. Kanan hit his last one 57 yards. And this one going to bounce in front of Bryant. He'll take it on the hop at the 18. Trying to get to the other side. Might have a block right there illegally. And even with that, great coverage by Tampa Bay. Yeah. Way back around the 10-yard line.
They let Victor Butler get away with one, I thought, which is what you referenced, Brad. No flags.
So they put the Cowboys in a hole back at the 11-yard line. But Dallas has a 2-touchdown lead. Pro Bowl or text Pro Bowl to my NFL. Get your vote in today. At the 11-yard line, Cowboys leading by 2 touchdowns. Felix Jones broke a couple of tackles and popped it out across the 15-yard line. Running behind an offensive line, Mike, that has got a #1 draft choice in there, and Tyron Smith.
Defense number 90. Yeah, 10-yard penalty. Automatic 1st down.
They needed to get younger and quicker in this offensive line, and they started that process with Tyron Smith as a 1st-round pick out of USC. He's playing right tackle, which is what he played in college. Watch him pull, get to the 2nd level. Some of the best feet I've ever seen for a young offensive tackle. Look at the rush, the outside speed. He sits into it. He's patient. He attacks from the inside out. That probably was a 5-second block. And then in the run game against Daquan Bowers, uses the correct leverage from the inside out, flips his hips. That kid's got all-pro written all over him.
Got a long career ahead of him, too. He just turned 21 on Monday. Romo throws complete, caught. Robinson stretching out for a 1st down. Nice job at the end by LaRon Robinson to use those long arms and pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, I would expect that. Now let's see what happens with Doug Free on the left side. Claiborne, good job pushing him in and then feeling the corner blitz from Barber. That's an excellent job by Doug Free. They just paid him big money to be a top 10 type left tackle. I'm not sure he's a top 10 tackle. As a matter of fact, Brad, I would think next year they're going to flip-flop those tackles because Tyron Smith just has too much upside.
And I think it might be the play clock that's the issue here. It was down to 0. And the Cowboys had not taken that much time.
The play clock is not set correctly. Please set it to 25 seconds.
Well, now we got it straightened out. 7:25 remaining. Tony Romo 10 out of 13 with a couple of touchdowns already. And there's Tyron Smith, one of the 2 rookie offensive tackles, start every game this year. He came into our meeting last night. He has got the most mangled looking right ring finger I've ever seen in my life. And he's got gigantic hands, and when you got a bad finger, it shows up. He said, oh, we'll worry about it at the end of the year. Here's the stretch to Jones. Oh, he popped out the backside. He's got great speed if he gets a block. Felix Jones straight up the middle and all the way to the 25-yard line. Rondé Barber saved a touchdown.
You want to talk about a burst off that right side behind Tyron Smith and Kozar. When he gets a hole like that, there are few people with the acceleration. Watch when he gets to the hole. See between right there. When he bursts and accelerates, there are very few running backs in the league anywhere near that. Good kick-out block by Tyron Smith. Kozar closes it, seals to the inside. Wow. That's acceleration, folks.
38 yards in a hurry. Down to the 25. Morris now will give Felix a breather after that long run. He's in a tailback for the Cowboys. Tony Romo on first down. Fires complete. A strike out to Martellus Bennett, the tight end.
We had a couple brothers in this game. Tight end Martellus Bennett.
Michael on the other side playing defensive end for the Bucs.
And Martellus is one of the most gifted athletes drafted at tight end in the last several years. Has not turned into what they hoped he would be. He's gifted. They tried to force-feed him the football, and I'm not sure he's got that work ethic and passion for the game necessary to develop at the next level.
Some of the family members here to support him are wearing the split jerseys, half Cowboys, half Bucs. First and 10. Dallas trying to add to its 2-touchdown lead here with 5.5 to go in the quarter, and Sammy Morris spinning his way down inside the 10.
You know, we were talking about Tyron Smith, and the thing I liked about him, and he was very quiet and respectful, but when we asked him, what have you learned this year? What's the best thing you've learned? He said, Jason Babin from the Eagles in that wide 9 alignment beat me a couple times on a spin move. And what I learned is that I've got to be patient and sit and wait instead of overextending. And I think what we've shown you so far tonight is he learned that lesson well.
7th play of the Cowboy drive. They can get a first down at the 4. Romo with a blitz coming. Incomplete. Jason Witten, I think, was the closest guy, and Tony Romo took a shot at the end of that play.
And I like the throw. I like the play by Romo because Barber came untouched. Look at Barber here, comes right up here untouched. Get rid of the football. He knows his tight end's in the vicinity. He took the shot, but he protected the yardage. That's a veteran quarterback right there.
Now he faces 3rd and 5 at the 9. Two tight ends, 3 wideouts. Romo in an empty set. Rolling. He's going to throw at the last moment. He's got another touchdown. LaRon Robinson. And Romo's thrown 3 scoring tosses. This one 9 yards.
And that's all 3 of them. He extended the play. All of them were from either the 8 or 9 yard line, and every single one of them, he moved in the pocket, extended the play, and I don't care how good you are on the back end. When a quarterback can give his wide receiver that much time to uncover, it's difficult. Watch him. Escapes to the right. Now it's all offense. Are you kidding me? Nice move in the back of the end zone by LaRon Robinson. Very similar to the one Des Bryant made on the last touchdown.
Dan Bailey, point after. Good. Cowboys first half, good. Tony Romo, better than good. 3rd touchdown pass. Dallas, 21-0. Cowboys have had big leads before this year, Mike.
27-3, second quarter. First of 3 interceptions. Bobby Carpenter, pick 6. Again, this time Chris Houston, pick 6. Get it in the 4th quarter off his back foot up high. Stephen Tulloch undercuts the route. 3rd pick. Lions come from way behind to upset the Cowboys.
It's the last really bad game that guy's had, though, tonight. An almost perfect first half. 3 touchdown passes, all coming on 3rd down.
You know, we talk about him being on the wrong side of that Brett Favre gunslinger thing, and I think the kid's learned how to play the game and playing at a much higher level than he gets credit for.
I agree with you 100%. Parker from the 1 this time, getting a chance to return and doing so out to the 25-yard line. So 4:35 for the Bucs to try to do something about this. That last touchdown drive, 89 yards, is the 19th touchdown drive allowed by the Tampa Bay defense of 80 yards or more this year.
So what do you do if you want to fire the defensive coordinator?
Well, he's the head coach. There's a problem there. Who's going to call the plays? The defensive plays, that is.
You know, I feel badly for this Tampa group because there was so much excitement. 10-6, one of the youngest teams in the league. This kid Freeman playing lights out. The defense played well, and the whole thing's fallen apart this year. There are some components here you can win with, though.
Very, very young team. The things that went well last year are not going well this year so far. Blunt, and he hasn't been able to get anything going offensively on the ground either. Keith Brooking on the bottom of the pile again. Eight rookies, 12 guys in their second year, 8 in the third. That's some youth.
And youth cuts both ways. Last year was exciting and fun, and they played well. This year, what did we hear from some of the veterans? Maybe not enough veteran presence. You lose an Ernest Grant.
Yep.
You lose Cadillac Williams, guys that calm a locker room down during a losing streak. It's tough with a bunch of young guys when you lose 7 in a row. Trust me on that one.
Second and 8. Fake the end around and go straight ahead with Blunt, and he only got about a yard. Marcus Spears has had a good first half defensively for Dallas. Bucs offense, no first down since 13 minutes remained in the first quarter. And remember, it was Josh Freeman's scramble that got him a first down and got him out around midfield on their opening drive. But the second time he took off with it, he was stripped of the ball. That led to a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys have added 2 more since, all scoring passes by Tony Romo, and that's where we sit, 21-0.
Sooner or later, they got to challenge Newman here, especially on double moves.
That would be Mike Williams down there on the bottom right now, and now Freeman's going to have to call a timeout.
They're frustrated. Look at him.
Frustrated coach, too. Yesterday, he says something's changed with our mentality. I don't know what it is. And he says, I have to realize I have to control what I have to control. Right now, he couldn't control what was going on out there, and that's why they call the timeout.
Yeah, Fain up front, Zuda. There was a disagreement about pass protection. You can see the discussion with Penn and Zuda right now. Forced a timeout by the quarterback because, let's face it, you've got to take ownership in pass protection or you're going to get your butt whooped every time.
1 for 4 on third down conversions. Cowboys thinking about a blitz. They're going to bring one. Freeman. Ooh, that could have been a really bad mistake. Lumpkin couldn't handle it. Was set up as sort of a middle screen, or I don't know what that was.
Yeah, Lumpkin ended up trying to make a block and get off his knees. He's right here. DeMarcus Ware is right in the middle. See, they move him around. Now he's coming outside. But watch the tailback step up, hit Sean Lee, get knocked down. Dangerous throw by Freeman.
4th straight 3 and out as Kanan set to punt again. Fielded at the 34, and Des Bryant lost yardage on the last punt return and only got about 4 on that one. That guy's some kind of football player. Marcus Ware, he's caused havoc in the Tampa Bay backfield tonight. And on the other hand, Dallas just about perfect, Mike, on offense tonight.
Offense, defense, and special teams.
Right.
You know, offensively, I think Romo, aside from one high pass, has been phenomenal. The big run by Felix Jones. Defensively, they can't protect their quarterback. Josh Freeman's been absolutely beleaguered. And, of course, DeMarcus Ware's had a big piece of that.
This is just the medicine the Cowboys needed after that loss to the Giants last Sunday night. Still got a half to play, but they've got a 21-point lead here. Nice catch out in the flat by Felix Jones. One-handed it and got it to the 45-yard line.
Smiling. They're having fun right now. 2-game losing streak, Brad. There's been an awful lot going on about that field goal kicker and icing your own kicker. Good catch right there. But
Well, they got to December with a 4-game winning streak and 0-2 so far in December, but well on their way to the first win in December if they keep playing like this. Second and 3, extra pressure coming. Pass is complete to Austin, spins around, got a first down, a stiff arm and out of bounds in Buccaneer territory.
You know, young teams, when they get frustrated, one of the first things that goes is tackling. And Elbert Mack has a chance here. There's the catch. Now all he can do is tackle him in the open field. He runs right through it again. Great job. 2 missed tackles in 1 play.
Talked about wanting to get back to fundamentals. The fundamentals are breaking down again on the Buccaneers. Tony Romo breaking the Dallas huddle at the 2-minute mark in Tampa territory at the Bucs 46 and already leading by 3 scores.
3 timeouts available to them. Plenty of time for Romo. And some criticism with clock management over the last several weeks on the Cowboys offense.
He's had 3 different receivers with touchdowns in the first half. Blitz coming. This one's thrown inside the 40. Got a quick slant to Des Bryant. Cowboys going to come up to the line without a huddle. As Mike said, they've got their full complement of timeouts.
And that was stealing right there against E.J. Biggers. One-on-one coverage, no help.
59.
Tony in the shotgun on 1st and 10. Looks right. Now comes down the middle. Complete. Witten's got it inside the 15.
Great catch.
22 yards.
I like how he secured the catch. Didn't try to catch the low ball and run with it. He went down low, secured it, made the big play.
Down inside the 14-yard line. Cowboys looking for more. Just over a minute to go in the half. The Bucs will blitz. Romo across the middle again, complete. Austin fighting his way to the 4.
Tanar Jackson is playing way off. Austin's got a 2-way go on him. Boy, I don't know. That's just stealing.
And a timeout taken by the Cowboys. And with a timeout, 50 seconds remaining till halftime. Let's check in with Rich Eisen. Rich.
Well, Brad, we're giving more trips away to Hawaii at halftime on the Kia Motors halftime show. Join me and the gang as we've got the special code. Someone's going to get warm. Someone's going to a beach. Someone's going to the Pro Bowl. And we'll also talk about Belichick and Tebow. Right now, back to the tap dance kids, guys.
Okay, Rich. Hey, he's got the code. As Hank Graham used to say, he's got the chalk.
He also got a little bit of a sassy walk.
Yeah,
too,
he does. He does.
I think he walks faster than his 40-yard dash time at the combine.
Look at what the Cowboys have done in the first half. Tony Romo almost perfect. Felix Jones 68 yards. And Austin, one of 3 guys that's caught a touchdown in the half.
Remember, Keith Talib still on the bench with a pulled hamstring.
Second down and a yard. 4 yards from the end zone. Draw play, Jones, and the Bucs had that one sniffed out pretty well. Michael Bennett made the first contact, one of the Bennett brothers, and dropped him for a loss of a yard.
Really good job by Michael Bennett, who I like as a stout point of attack guy.
Tony Romo will go over to talk to Jason Garrett with the timeout.
You know, I'm really enamored of the way Romo has gotten to the 3 touchdowns tonight. And it's all about a veteran quarterback having the patience, 3-man rush, using his feet, keeping a play alive, extending it, and then letting a wide receiver make a play. Watch him roll to his right. Good block by Tyron Smith. Throw open Des Bryant in the back of the end zone. This might look familiar. Roll to your right. This time throw LaRon Robinson open. Force the defender up. Throw it to the back of the end zone. That's a veteran quarterback that's a great athlete, taking advantage of his feet and making plays.
Playing great the last 3 weeks and playing great tonight on 3rd down. He's 5 out of 6 on 3rd down tonight.
Timeout Tampa Bay. They went empty on them, and I don't think Tampa liked what they were in from a coverage perspective.
30-second timeout.
So 30 seconds.
The way T.J. Yates has stepped in there.
Yeah.
I was at his pro day at North Carolina last year. He was an afterthought. I've never seen a quarterback make more throws at a pro day, and it was because it wasn't about him. He had Greg Little and running backs, and amazing how many throws he made.
Keith Millard is really upset. He's the defensive line coach for the Bucs, and he doesn't like what he sees out there still after the timeout. 3rd down and 2.
They're confused. They've got no idea. Now they just changed it to zone.
Romo throws, goal line caught, but not a touchdown. Ogletree got inside the 1, though. 30 seconds remaining. Dallas has 1 timeout left.
And this is where he's got to call it at the line of scrimmage.
1st and goal, and he's going to try to do it himself, and does. Touchdown. Just get it in my hands, and I'll try to get us the yard. So he's thrown 3, and now he's run for 1.
Now, the play before that, I thought Tampa did a smart thing because there was total confusion on the empty set. And at the end of it, they checked out of man-to-man coverage and went to zone. Guys are running around. Look at everybody talking. Look at Mason Foster, who's the quarterback of the defense. And all of a sudden, they're tapping their helmets. They're screaming. They're yelling. They check out of man. They go zone. They force the check down. But really good job by Tony Romo getting his team up on the ball and the quarterback sneak.
Bailey's extra point is good. It's been a all-pro looking first half for number 9. Capping a 62-yard drive that time. On the 8th play, Tony Romo does it himself. His first rushing touchdown of the year from a yard out. Yep, things are going pretty well.
I was surprised he didn't take the timeout there. They've got 1 left, and it was a 4th down play. Romo just took it upon himself to get up over the ball and sneak it.
The soon-to-be, well, not soon-to-be, but the expected father, Tony Romo, who says a boy is on the way to the Romo family in April.
Kind of interesting when everybody that walked in the room who we complimented on their suit, what did they say?
Yep, the wife dress.
The wife dress. You think about these big pro football players and coaches and all, and they're all still slaves to their wives.
Happy group of Cowboys, still a half to play, but on the other side, Khalib and the Bucs defense has been shoved around with 4 long touchdown drives by the Cowboys.
How about 279 yards of total offense and 20 minutes of possession? You want to talk about domination? Yeah. That's ugly, man.
And a squib kick. Live ball. Somebody got on top. I think it was the tight end. And we're down to 17 seconds remaining in the half. The Cowboys trying to go to 8-6. The playoff picture again. That's how it looks. And of course, the Giants are over there at 7-6 in the left-hand column. That's because they beat the Cowboys last Sunday night. But there could be a switch. If the Cowboys win out, they'd win the division. There's the remaining schedule right now, halfway through the Buccaneers, and then Eagles and at Giants. And the Giants don't have to leave their home stadium, even though it's at Jets. Of course, it's at the same place.
They're 2 really good games next week. The Giants and the Jets in the building they share. And then, of course, Dallas looking for retribution against Philly, who beat them 34-7 earlier this year.
And the Bucs are hearing it from their fans right now. Trailing 28-0 at the break. End of the first half. Stay tuned. Kia Motors halftime show. Rich and the guys will be coming up shortly. Dallas on the road and rolling big, 28-0. Presented by the Adventures of Tintin. And as you look at it, total domination by the Cowboys. 1 penalty, 20 minutes. Time of possession, yeah, it's been that kind of half. In fact, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the 3rd play of the game is the last time they had a first down, and that's not good.
No, and DeMarcus Ware, to me, again, if you're going to talk about defensive domination, you start with him with the Dallas Cowboys. And you talk about setting an edge. What does that mean on defense? Look at Ware working against the tight end. Sets the edge, forces him back inside, throws him off, gets a piece. This is what he does best against Donald Penn. Dip, rip, get under, and try and strip the football. That's DeMarcus Ware at his best, and that's who they're going to need on the drive to the playoffs.
So far, they're halfway to their 8th win, which would keep them in that drive. As we check in with Alex.
Hey, Brad, will Jason Garrett determine his players to focus on each and every play. Meanwhile, Raheem Morris telling me that this is a gut check right now, that his team better stand up or they don't, saying that his quarterback has been hit way too many times in the first half and that his team needs to hit Dallas Cowboys quarterback Tony Romo in the second half if they want a chance.
Boy, the Bucs offense, 17 plays, 55 yards. 25 of that came on one play, and that was Freeman's run. And then the second time he ran, he fumbled, and that led to the first touchdown and the avalanche of points by the Cowboys in that half. And the Cowboys get the hold on the football to start the third quarter, but they'll have to do it at the 20-yard line. Ogletree takes a knee. Tony Romo will trot him back out.
12.
Second largest lead at halftime franchise history on the road. Wow.
You know, I kind of agree with what Raheem told Alex as far as a gut check.
Yeah.
And if you go back a week, they had a 14-0 lead to Jacksonville, and then 41-point avalanche later. They're on the short end of a 41-14 game. They come out here tonight. It's 28 at half. So what's 41 plus 28?
That's a lot.
69? 69 consecutive? That's not good.
No, it's not. Good math, by the way, on your part. First offensive snap of the third quarter. Felix Jones is going to rumble all the way out close to a first down, but a flag down. Two, in fact, in the Dallas backfield.
Number 77.
Yeah, it's the right tackle.
Goal. First down.
Yeah, you bragged him up, and look what happened.
I did, and Martellus Bennett, I thought, did a great job on the edge, but what happened was Tyron Smith was worried about penetration and grabbed a hold of Daquan Bowers.
So that backs it up to the 10. One quarterback having a brilliant night and one not. Wow.
Let's go. Under. Let's go. 180.
Tony Romo pumps one way and then trying to come back to a screen pass and hit one of the Bucs right in the backside, and it's Albert Hainsworth. He's got a big backside.
If we're counting backside, you're right. He's in the top 10 in the league.
Picked up after being released by the Patriots.
I like what Raheem Morris told us about backsides the other day. He said that Derek Brooks used to say about his defensive tackles, you had to know where their backsides were for the proper gap integrity.
Looking for the butts in the right places.
Exactly.
Second and 20.
Kill. Let's go. 180. Let's go.
Blitz coming off the corner. The run goes the other way, and the blitz pays off. Only a yard gain for Jones.
You know, and Dallas has got to guard against being complacent here, which is a difficult thing to do. They come out, what's first play is a hold. Second play, Tony Romo throws a screen pass into the back of a Tampa Bay defender in the shadow of his own goal line. This is not a good way to start if you're Dallas. Clean and efficient.
For Tampa Bay, it's a great start if they can stop this third and long. That's Aqib Talib, and he's not even in uniform anymore. At least not half the uniform. Third and 19. Romo, look out from behind. Claiborne got him, and the Bucs have the ball, and a touchdown. Dakota Watson. The Cannons finally get to fire from the Bucs defense.
Totally unimpressive by the Dallas Cowboys, but give Tampa Bay credit, especially Claiborne, the first-round pick, working against Doug Free. Right here. Too quick on the edge. Good job with hand placement, but what I like even more is relentless effort by Claiborne. Romo's got to be more aware. Inside your own 10-yard line, you've got to be aware. Two hands on the football. Great job by Adrian Claiborne.
And you see Rondé Barber helping him to the end zone. A 4-yard return for a touchdown. And Tony Romo's had a perfect night. It's not perfect anymore. Makes his first mistake. And the Bucs finally have something to build on. Early here in the third quarter. Big defensive play by the Buccaneers. And the end result, they cut it to 28-7.
Southwest.